I'm so pleased to have John Hamilton, the CEO of Panoro Energy. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is a great opportunity.
And just to start off, how has Panoro Energy's ILX strategy influenced recent discoveries, such as the Bourdon prospect in Gabon? And how is it shaping your future exploration approach across West and Central Africa?
Our strategy in Panoro is to produce oil, find additional oil. Every day we produce a barrel of oil, we lose 1 barrel in our reserve, so we have to constantly replenish that. And we believe for our strategy corporately, we're not going for the big frontier areas. Namibia would be a lovely place for Panoro to be, but this is a very, very big frontier exploration often. We prefer, with our strategy and the size of our company, to concentrate on what we call infrastructure-led exploration. So we have existing facilities that can handle the production of crude or gas if you can find additional oil or gas in and around existing infrastructure. And so our strategy with respect to exploration has very much been focused on that. And Bourdon is a great example. Bourdon means bumblebee in French. And it was a beautiful looking prospect on seismic. We have an existing FPSO there. We have an existing offshore facility. We have pipeline systems. That if we can find even a small amount of oil, that can be a commercial development. We've been fortunate enough to find quite a bit of oil in Bourdon. It's been a fantastic discovery for us and for our partners, the Gabon Oil Company, together with BW Energy, the operator. It's been a great success for all of us. And again, it's showing that in areas where you have proven hydrocarbon systems, the best way to explore is to explore in and around those.
And I'm so glad that you mentioned the recent discovery at Bourdon. Could you just take us through your next steps and potential timelines in evaluating and developing this find?
Absolutely. Bourdon is kind of the next thing in the hopper. So we have 14 wells producing in Dussafu in Gabon. We have a plan into early 26, mid 26, to drill additional 4 more development wells into Hibiscus and Hibiscus South, which are different fields within the Dussafu block. And the next one after that will be Bourdon. So that is a development that we're currently working with our partners, again, BW Energy and the Gabon Oil Company, together, of course, with the state, to best formulate the next development of Bourdon. So it's something that we're so active on right now. We have something actually already developing other discoveries that we've made before Bourdon that are the current priority for 2026, but you're going to see it right hot on the heels of that development.
Could you share your planned exploration activities on Block EG-23, the offshore Equatorial Guinea, including the key milestones, timelines, and any strategies that you're implementing to optimize the results on this block?
Yes, so we're leaving Gabon now, where we have our Dussafu block, and we're moving up the coast to Equatorial Guinea, which we entered in 2021. We're in the partnership there on a production block, Block G. Panoro have taken 2 exploration blocks as operator in EG, so EG01 and EG23, which is the subject of your question. EG23 is right up in the north of the country, north of Malabo, and just north of the Alba field, which is Marathon, now ConocoPhillips. It's produced in excess of 1 billion barrels equivalent of gas and gas condensate, some oil. And this block kind of sits right on top of that. And it's quite interesting for the geologists around there. It is the toe thrust of the Niger Delta with the Isongo system coming out of Cameroon kind of underlaying it. And so we have this fascinating block that has the potential for oil, gas, and condensate sitting right next to a 1 billion barrel equivalent field from Marathon. So again, it gets back to this infrastructure-led concept where there's existing platforms, pipelines, and there's a need for that gas to come into Punta Europa, which is the LNG facility run by ConocoPhillips and Chevron on Malabo Island. So our strategy with that one has been a great cooperation between ourselves, the ministry, and GPetrol, where we collaborate together. The first step is to acquire all the historic data that's on the block. So we have lots and lots of seismic acquired by Marathon and others over the years, but they're all different vintages, they're all going in different directions. And so the first task was really to assemble all the data. Once we assemble the data, we are now progressing to reprocessing that data. So that's a very highly technical geoscientific process, probably takes 6 months from now, something like that. We've just started to really look at reprocessing that data to get the best picture we can of the oil and gas potential on that block. And from there, we will identify the best looking things to target first with the drill bit. So we are, sometimes exploration can be a little bit glacial in terms of its time periods, but we're doing the very important front end work, which does take some time. And I think you'll see us coming out with some news in that, maybe definitely in time for the next Africa Energy Week, excuse me. You can definitely, within that time period, we'll have probably a lot more news on it. Right now, letting the scientists get on with their work.
And just given your diverse asset base across West and Central Africa, how does Panoro prioritize its investments and exploration activities? Are there any specific regional synergies or infrastructure developments that influence your strategic decisions?
We feel most comfortable in West Africa. It's where many of the company, its team, its whether it be the financial side, whether it be the government side, whether it be the subsurface side, is where those of us that work in the company have spent most of our careers in West Africa. And it's where we feel in the countries in which we operate, certainly we maintain very good relationships, we hope, with the host governments, where we are a known quantity, we do what we say we're going to do, and we prefer concentrating on those regions where we feel we have that footprint already, or where we can create it quite quickly. Again, getting back to the exploration story, we're probably not going into the frontier exploration areas. We're probably not going into the frontier countries either. We're going after countries that have a long history of oil and gas production, where everybody in the ministries, the regulators, the service companies, the other oil companies, everybody has decades of experience. And that's really where we feel at home.
And just my final question, we're here at African Energy Week. What are your key outcomes that you're hoping to achieve? And are there any particular partnerships, collaborations, or projects that you're looking to advance during the event?
You know, it's a fabulous week. Participated in it for many, many years. And for me, it's really about the continuity of relationships. I don't necessarily come here, you know, hoping to land some big deal that didn't exist before I arrived here. But all of the people that you want to speak to are here, and you can do that in a formal setting, or you can do that in the informal settings that the conference also allows and encourages. And for me, it's really about maintaining those networks with all those key people that are involved here. We have representatives from the host governments and from the ministries, the regulators. We have our partners here. We have some of the financial players that support, stakeholders that support our efforts and the efforts of other companies here. And you have all the lawyers and the public relations people and service companies here as well. So you have the entire ecosystem here at one time, which is unique and in a lovely setting as well. So it's really just about continuity for me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's lovely.